Have you ever wondered about the sheer force of nature that earthquakes represent, and the profound impact they can have on our lives? Just recently, a strong earthquake of magnitude 7.1 struck Uqturpan County in China's Xinjiang region. This event, taking place in the biting cold of winter, disrupted the lives of the local predominantly Uyghur population. The earthquake caused significant property damage, with over 120 homes reported damaged or collapsed. Moreover, 6 individuals were injured, underscoring the immediate human cost of such natural disasters. Amid the chaos, the power lines were downed, plunging parts of the county into darkness. However, the local authorities acted swiftly, restoring electricity in a timely manner. Following the initial quake, the area experienced multiple aftershocks, the strongest of which measured a magnitude of 5.3. These tremors were felt hundreds of kilometers away, even reaching neighboring countries. This earthquake, like many others, has reminded us of the power and unpredictability of nature. Now, how does this recent earthquake compare to other significant seismic activities we've seen this year? Let's take the earthquake that shook China's Uqturpan County and compare it with the seismic activity that occurred off the coast of Japan's Fukushima prefecture. Both earthquakes registered a magnitude of 7.1, a substantial figure that indicates the power and potential destruction these earthquakes can cause. However, while the Chinese earthquake resulted in damage to over 120 homes and injuries to 6 people, the Japanese earthquake had no initial reports of significant damage or injury. The depth of the earthquakes also differed. The Chinese earthquake's depth was not reported, but the Japanese earthquake had an epicenter at a depth of 36 miles. This depth can impact how the earthquake is felt at the surface and the potential for damage. Duration, too, is a factor to consider. The Japanese earthquake lasted for about 30 seconds, a brief but intense shake. The duration of the Chinese earthquake, however, was not mentioned in the reports. The immediate responses in both countries were swift and efficient. In China, power lines were quickly restored after the quake, while in Japan, a crisis management office was set up, and checks for radiation leaks were conducted, a necessary precaution given the history of the Great Sendai earthquake of 2011. It's worth noting that no tsunami warning was issued in Japan, a relief considering the devastating tsunami that followed the 2011 earthquake. Lastly, let's not forget the geographical factor. Japan experiences approximately 20% of the world's earthquakes of magnitude 6 or greater due to its location in a seismically active area, a constant reminder of the country's vulnerability to these natural disasters. While each earthquake presents its unique challenges, the response and preparedness level of each region can significantly influence the aftermath. But the story doesn't end there. Earthquakes are a global phenomenon, affecting millions of lives. This year alone, we've seen significant seismic activities. Take for instance the magnitude 7.1 earthquake that shook the coast of Fukushima prefecture in Japan, just a month shy of the 10th anniversary of the notorious Great Sendai earthquake of 2011. The quake lasted for about 30 seconds, had an epicenter at a depth of 36 miles, and thankfully did not result in a tsunami warning. These incidents, though miles apart, share commonalities. Both regions are prone to seismic activities and both have experienced their fair share of destructive tremors in the past. However, they also highlight the variations in earthquake experiences around the world. Efforts to predict and mitigate such disasters have been a global endeavor, with countries sharing knowledge, resources, and strategies. From early warning systems to earthquake-resistant infrastructure, the world is continually learning and adapting to these natural forces. Understanding earthquakes is not just about science, it's about understanding our world and how to protect ourselves and our communities. So, what have we learned from these recent seismic activities? Our exploration into the recent earthquake in China's Xinjiang region, and a comparison with the earthquake in Japan's Fukushima prefecture, has shown us that the world is a dynamic and ever-changing place. We've seen that despite the power of these seismic events, the impact can range significantly. In the case of the China earthquake, a swift response, and the region's sparse population, helped mitigate the damage. Meanwhile, Japan's history with earthquakes and its effective early warning systems have allowed it to manage and respond to such events with efficiency. These instances underscore the importance of preparedness and swift response when dealing with earthquakes. It's a reminder that while we can't control the occurrence of these natural events, our ability to understand them, to predict them, and to react appropriately when they occur, can significantly reduce the damage and loss of life. In a world where earthquakes are a reality, our knowledge, preparedness, and resilience are our most potent tools. While we cannot stop earthquakes from occurring, our knowledge and preparedness can make a world of difference when they do.